live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. We'll be joined here by Tim in a little bit. But before we get into all of that, we got a good slate today. We got, I believe, 12 or 13 games or something along those lines in the NHL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 games in the NHL and only 4 in the NBA. So it's hockey day. I do have one look I'm interested in the NBA. I've got plenty. I've already locked in 8 plays in the NHL, and I'm going to be looking to lock in a few more. As we go through the slate, there's a couple -1 lines I'm kind of interested in. There's a couple team totals I'll probably be interested in as well. So we will get into all of that. This looks like a great day also. Sweet 16 starts today. Rolling with a little bit of Sparty Nation. We're rolling with a little UConn, with some Tennessee and some Gonzaga. So we're going to be looking at the Sweet 16 as well. Or we're not going to be going over the Sweet 16 as well, but those are the looks I am liking for the Sweet 16. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday, what went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting. Small slate in the NHL, lost both my plays. I had the Avalanche -1 and the Penguins team total under 2.5. I thought this was going to be a 5-2 Avalanche type of win. It wasn't. It was a 5-2 Penguins type of win, and that was really frustrating to watch. So lost both my plays there, 0-2, down 2 units. The NBA, it's always a bad sign when your highlight of a certain sport was a push, and that's exactly what happened in the NBA last night. It went 0-4-1, down 2.63 units. Just anything that could go wrong did go wrong. Wizards +7 was a loser. They got blown out by Denver. Pushed on the Dallas Mavericks +2. The Rockets and the Grizzlies under 231 was a loser. The Bulls and the Sixers over 221 was a loser. And the T-Wolves Hawks under 241.5 was a loser as well. Just a frustrating day in the NBA yesterday. I'm not really a fan of the NBA. The NBA pisses me off. And then college basketball, we went 1-2 yesterday, lost the first 2 plays. That first game was Charlotte laying 5.5. They were up 18 at halftime. They don't cover. They don't cover the 5.5 after being up 18 at halftime. Vanderbilt moneyline was a loser. UVU wins at the end of the night to break the reverse sweep last night. Overall 1-8-1, down 5 units, something stupid like that, 5.23 units. So I'm glad I had a really good day 2 days ago because I gave most of it back yesterday. But with that being said, we get hockey back today in a full extent, 12 games, not just the 2 last night where I only took the 1 game. I was leading under 7 and the under team total under 4.5 with the Oilers. That would have hit. Of course, the one play I did leave off, but it is what it is. I'll take a look at the chat here. And we'll head into the card for today. Plus 500 on the draw and the Yotes. Yeah, I stayed off the game. I was leaning Yotes and I was leaning under. Yotes +1.5, I think, was like plus 160. So, I mean, these big dogs, don't be afraid to take some nice plus money with them. I could have taken plus 2.5 at -120. There were spots I liked in that last game that I should have pulled the trigger on. I'm glad. I mean, I would have pushed the under 7, so it's not like that would have mattered, but it's just one of those where that game I felt like I read somewhat right and didn't put any money on it. So it is what it is. Tim leaving now. All right, we'll see you in 15, 20 minutes. Frustrating day in the NBA is how I feel every freaking day. It's like an ex-girlfriend. I keep going back to it, but knowing it's stupid. Yes. I should probably just stop betting the NBA until the playoffs start, but I mean, I do a show every day. I kind of have to it, but yeah, Charlotte pissed me off. Yes, they were up 18 freaking points. Close the goddamn game, please. Thank you. But we'll move into the NHL for today. 12-game slate. Really liking it. Let's get into it. The Minnesota Wild are at the Philadelphia Flyers. The Wild around -150 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. There was a couple things I was looking at in this spot between this matchup here. And the lines actually moved in the favor of the side I was looking at for the total. And actually, all right, so it opened up at Minnesota -160. It's gone down to -148. We have the line opened up at plus 104 for the over 6. It's dropped 5 cents to plus 109. I am interested in the Wild and the under in this game, and I got to decide which one I'm going to go with here because I don't want to really go with both because it would be Wild -1 and the under. I have the Wild, or I have this game projected 3.17 to 2.27. So I have the Wild around a -190 favorite in this game. And I have this game projected for 5.44 goals. So kind of the way I'm looking at this is when the Wild are a 6, the total is a 6. I kind of want to look towards unders with this team. And I know they've been a little bit more of an over team as of late. But that being said, I think I'm just going to go with the -1 here with the Minnesota Wild. Let's see what the price you can get for that is. And that's probably going to be my first show ad here is the Minnesota Wild -1. -148 and plus 165 are the numbers here, the money line, puck line. That would be a plus 107. I'm going to go with that here. So I'm kind of interested in the Wild +1. At plus 107. I think that's a decent look here. And I'm probably going to lock that in after the show is over. Minnesota -1. Lean towards the under in this game as well. I could see this game being a 3-1, 4-1 Wild type of win. Just a defensive lockdown effort. The Flyers are struggling offensively as of late. When we look at their offensive numbers, they're only averaging 2.86 expected goals for it. And actually, as of late, they've been better offensively. In 3 of their last 4 games, they put up at least 3.74 expected goals for, and their defensive numbers have fallen off a little bit here. Both these teams have been playing towards the over as of late. So I feel like that could potentially give us some value at the under 6 here with the Wild. But that being said, I'm not really going to go after the under here in this game. I'm going to go ahead and take the Minnesota Wild -1 at around plus 107 is where I'm going to go for this matchup here. We getting ECU campus vibes? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Because I have class at 11. And that's generally where I am before class starts. So I don't have to walk up to the campus after the show ends. I'm already here. So, yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Crystal. But we'll move into the next one here where I've played both the side and the total in this one here. The Florida Panthers are hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs. The total is 7 in this game. It's a pick 'em. Looking at this line movement here. Wow, this line's actually this line moved a lot since I typed it up. It is no longer a pick 'em. The Panthers are -125. Wow, that line moved. Let me adjust that here. It is still a 7 on the total here. Wow. Something must have happened. This line opened up at Florida -120. It did dip all the way down to -108 this morning. But within the last little bit, it's jumped up to -126. So a 6-point line movement since the opening line, a 18-cent line movement since this morning. So kind of interesting there. I wonder if there's injuries with the Maple Leafs. Maybe they're going with Murray. That could be it as well. This total opened up at over 7, -105, and it's actually moved in the direction of the under down to plus 103 for the over 7, or it opened up -105 for the under 7 and -114 now for the under 7. So the lines have moved in my direction on both my plays here in this game, which I kind of like. I'm on the Florida Panthers here. I got them at -114, and I'm on the under 7. I have this game projected for 6.1 goals. I see this as one of these things going down the stretch here because some of these teams only have 9-10 games remaining, especially these teams competing for a wild card spot. Expect more defensive intensity and more playoff style hockey with these teams, and look for more unders as the season ends with the teams that are still in playoff spots. Now, when we're looking at teams like the Blackhawks or the Coyotes or the Habs or teams that are the Ducks that are already eliminated, I wouldn't look to that as much, but with these games with teams that are in those dogfight the divisional races and the wild card races and trying to get ready for playoff hockey, definitely look for more unders than over. So we've noticed that a little bit as of late. Obviously, the Penguins game did go over yesterday, and the Oilers game pushed, but I expect more unders in hockey going forward. So that's something I'm looking at here. Under 7, and I got the Panthers at -125. All right, -114. I have this game. I have them projected around -160 favorites, so I'm fine with that. when we look at the Toronto Maple Leafs as of late, they've been getting outplayed by their opponents. And unless goaltending is going to stand on their head and continue to keep them in games, I see negative regression here for the Maple Leafs as well. So I like the Panthers here. They're hot. They're competing for that wild card spot. I got it minus 114. I would play the minus 125 at this point. I think that's about the highest I'll go. And I'll take the under 7 in this matchup as well. Yes. It is a really nice campus. So I like it. Maple Leafs for Tim. I disagree with that. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button. Show some appreciation, people. Not a lot of NBA games. Hey, you can still find value. Yeah. Where's Timmy? No, Timmy. He is on his way home. Road Warriors won last night. Yeah. I was lucky to get the push with Dallas +2. Go green, go white all day. Yes, Sparty Nation. Let's definitely run with Sparty Nation tonight. But that being said, we're going to roll in with the Carolina Hurricanes hosting the New York Rangers. The Hurricanes are $1.35 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. Looking at this spot for me, this is an interesting matchup because these two teams just played last game. And it was a 3-2 Hurricanes win, which I kind of saw coming a little bit. I saw everybody loved the Rangers that day, and that line dropped, and it moved towards the Hurricanes. I wish I jumped on that Hurricanes. That line told you everything you needed to know. Now, Hurricanes $1.35 favorites, total 6. Let's see where this line has moved, and then we'll go from there. This line opened up at Hurricanes minus 130. The initial line move was a 17-point line move towards the Hurricanes. It went up to minus 147, and now it's dropped back down 14 cents to minus 133. This under opened up at plus 104. It opened up under 6 minus 115. Now it's under 6 minus 118. So it's moved 3 cents towards the over since the line moved, or towards the under, since the line has moved. And I 100% agree with that line movement there. I had this game projected for Igor Shesterkin and Pyotr Kochekov. 2.83 or 2.84 to 2.36. So I have the Hurricanes around a minus 145, minus 150 favorite in this game. I do lean towards Carolina on the side. But with that being said, I'm looking more at the total here in this game, and I like the under 6. I have this game should be more like a 5.5. I mean, talk about defensive intensity games. I think this game is going to be 0-0 through the first half game, maybe. No goals in the first 10 minutes. First period under, I think, is a decent look as well. It's probably going to be a 1.5 for that first period under. But I could definitely, first period under 1.5 plus 105. I kind of like that. I'm not a first period bettor, but that's definitely a look I can get involved with. Is the under 1.5 for the first period. So that's kind of where, I wouldn't talk people off of that. That's nice plus money as well. But I did grab the under 6 at minus 115 in this game. I do see this as a competitive, low-scoring game. Potentially a draw in this game, 1-1, 2-2 heading into overtime. I wouldn't talk people off the draw in this one as well. You can get Carolina, New York draw at plus 335. I could definitely see these teams going to extra hockey. I know they're in the same conference and same division, but I don't think they really care if the other team gets a point because – the Rangers are maybe in the divisional race, but maybe a win here, and actually not as much because the Hurricanes did beat them last game in regulation. But I can see this game going to overtime potentially as well. So maybe lead towards the draw in this game. But I'm interested in the under 6 in this spot for me. College basketball plays Michigan State, Gonzaga, UConn, and Tennessee. All ears. What's good, Real Deal Prime? Sparty Party Elite sounds good. Yes, Sparty Party. Took the over in the Sparty game. It's not a bad look. I could definitely see overs in the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 after we saw a ton of unders in the first 2 rounds. Could definitely see that. Panthers up to minus 140. Holy crap. What is going on in that game? Why is that line moving the way it is? I don't know any injuries. Let's take a look, see if we have any injuries in this game. But why is this line moving up to minus 140? I just don't get that. Am I missing something here? I'm glad I took the Panthers, but why is this line moving the way it is? Let's take a look. Oh, Samsonov is not expected for this game. He's out. Jake Muzzin, Ryan O'Reilly. I mean, it's the same guys out for. I don't get it. Sam Bennett and Anthony Duclair are questionable, but I don't think that's worthy of a 30% line movement. I don't understand that. It's part of the Elite Eight, yes. So that's kind of interesting there. I like those. All right, awesome. All right, we'll move on to the next matchup here. Not one I got particularly interested in here. The Washington Capitals are hosting the Chicago Blackhawks, and this one minus 245 for the Capitals, total of 6 in this game. Looking at the line movement in this spot here, we have this line opened up. By the way, shop around. This line is minus 147 on Bet Online, but on WinBet it's minus 270. I'm seeing 250s in some spots. Shop around. This line opened up at 240. It's moved 7 cents in the direction of the Washington Capitals up to 247. Line opened up at 6.5 plus 113. It's now down to a 6 at minus 115. So it's dropped half a goal here in this spot here. Looking at this one here, I have this game projected. Yeah, I think that's about right. It's actually going to be potentially Lindgren in net for the Capitals and not Kemper, because Kemper is dealing with an injury of some sort. So let me put in Lindgren's numbers real quick so I can get a little bit better of a thing here, because that I think kind of changes it a little bit here towards me thinking this game goes over the total of 6. Because with Lindgren, I have this game projected for 6.61 goals, and I think the Chicago Blackhawks are live underdogs in this game. I don't really see why the Capitals should be this big of a favorite at the moment. They're not playing like a team that should be this big of a favorite. So I'm kind of interested in the Chicago Blackhawks. Maybe the Blackhawks team total over 2.5 could be an interesting look against Lindgren. Let's take a look what that is. 2.5 at even money. I kind of like that, and I kind of like the full game over. I don't know if it's something I'm going to go ahead and bet, but if it's anything, it's the over 6 for me. In this matchup, kind of look for these teams to start playing more towards overs with them already being eliminated from the playoffs. So looking at this spot, to lean towards the Hawks and the over, I may make a play on the over. I'm not 100% sure yet. We do got a chat here. Supness. We'll move on here. The Montreal Canadiens are at the Boston Bruins. The Bruins are slight minus 390 favorites with a total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement in this spot here. As this line actually is continuing to climb. 390 is actually very generous. The line opened up at minus 400. It did dip to 375 at one point. Now it's back all the way up to 404. So this line's moved 4 cents in the direction of the Boston Bruins since the line has opened. This line opened up at over 6.5 at even money. It's now over 6 at minus 106. So the line's moved 6 cents towards the over in this game. I don't agree with that. I have this game projected for Montembeault and Ullmark. I have this game projected for 3.2 to 1.96, 5.15 goals. I like the under 6.5 in this game. I thought this line should be a 6 more. And I know unders and Habs games are scary, but I can see the Bruins winning this game 5-1. I can see them winning 4-0. I think this is one of those games where defensively the Bruins shut down the Canadiens. And the Canadiens are a much better home team than they are a road team. That's one thing we've noticed as well, is this team does struggle away from Bell Arena. Or the Bell Center. Bell Center. Yeah, there we go. Mixing up my stadium names there. But yeah, I did take the under 6.5 in this game at minus 103. I could see this as one of those games where the Boston Bruins shut them down defensively. That team total, I don't know if I'd play the 2.5 for the under because it's probably juiced. It's probably plus money for the over. Yeah, wow, it's a 1.5. The team total is a 1.5 for the Canadiens at minus 180. If I wasn't on the under, I would be on that. I'd take that over because any 1.5s generally, 1.5s are generally team total overs for me at minus 180. So this is a spot here where I have the under. I have the under in this game, and I can see this being a low-scoring 2-1, 3-1 type of game. I have a weird feeling this could be a draw too. I think this could has a potential of being a draw, and you could probably get a monster price tag on plus 460 for a draw. This has that weird feeling that it's in the middle of the third period and it's 2-1, and the Canadiens for no reason are keeping this game close. So I could definitely see that there. Habs team total over 2.5, and to 1.5 on Bet Online at plus 150 or at minus 180. I have a lean. Habs score first. They come out aggressive. I can see that. I just need this game under 6.5. Continues yesterday trend for away dogs. Fair. Don't mind the Habs plus 2.5 as well. I could see it. It's just not something I'm getting involved with. I like the total better than the side in this one. Moving on, though. The Ottawa Senators are hosting the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Lightning are now $1.45 favorites. Total is 6.5 in this game. Taking a look at the line movement in this one here. This line has moved since opening. It opened up at minus 147 for the Lightning. It did drop down to $1.40, and now it's back up to $1.43. So it's dropped 4 cents since the opening line. Opened up at 6.5 minus 110. It's now 6.5 at minus 115. And I did make a play in this game here. I like Tampa in this spot. I think this line's a little bit short, and I get it. Tampa Bay's on the road, so we're actually getting a little bit of a discount here. Do we expect Ferguson to do this again? That's kind of what people betting on the Senators are expecting, is that Ferguson stands on his head, and I just don't see it. This is an Ottawa Senators team that's giving up 3.85 expected goals against the last 10 games. And has really struggled defensively, and I can see them struggling defensively in this matchup as well. I like Tampa Bay. I got them at $1.40. I have this game projected 3.59 to 2.69, so I have them around a minus 190 favorite. So I would probably take the minus one line now that it's reached over that 140 threshold. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Lightning here. It would probably be a minus one play if I had to bet it now. But seeing that I did bet it yesterday when it was $1.40, I just laid the money line, the minus 140 on the money line. I see this as a game that the Lightning kind of cruise and are able to put up 4 or 5 goals, and Ferguson kind of cracks, because I see with the defensive metrics that we've seen from Ottawa as of late, they've been giving up a lot of chances. They should be giving up a lot of goals, and I think that happens today. I kind of like the team total over for the Lightning as well. I can see them potting 4 in this one, so I'm on the Lightning here, minus 140 in the spot. I meant the alternative team total. There you go. Coyotes and Penguins came through. Yeah, they did yesterday, or the Coyotes came through with the plus money. I wonder what that kind of wondering what the Grand Salami road teams were yesterday, because I think when I looked it was like minus 450 for the home teams, and home teams didn't win. But we'll move on here. The St. Louis Blues are at the Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings are $1.25 favorites with a total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at where the line has moved, and we'll get into the projections and all that. This line opened up at minus 112 for the Red Wings. It got up to minus 135 at one point, and it's come back down 15 cents since then to $1.20. This line opened up at over 6.5 at plus 104. It's moved a cent towards the under to plus 105. I have Binnington and Husso as my projected goaltenders. This could be Joel Hofer as well. So keep an eye out for who they plan on putting at goalie. I'm seeing the projected goaltender Joel Hofer. Why not go back to him is the question. I mean, this is a kid that actually looked pretty good. And if it's Hofer, I'm kind of interested in this under 6.5 again. These two teams should have gone over in the first game. It was 2-2 at the end of the first period, and by some miracle, we cashed both the Red Wings and the under in that game, as the Red Wings won 3-2 in a shootout. So looking at this spot, if Hofer starts, I'm kind of interested in the under 6.5 in this game. Both these teams offensively have not been very good. I have this game projected for 3.18 to 3.02. That is with Binnington and net. So if we get Hofer, I think this could be a little bit of a lower scoring game, and kind of lean towards the Blues here at a plus price tag, maybe get a little revenge from the last game. When we look at the offensive numbers, Blues are only putting up 2.66 expected goals for the last 10 games, and the Red Wings 2.53. So these two teams are struggling offensively as of late. I could see the under 6.5 in this game a little bit, as well as maybe if Hofer starts. I'm kind of interested in St. Louis in this spot. Is kind of where I'll go for this one. What's a Grand Salami? It's the entire slate. You can bet Grand Salami road teams, home teams, over under. It's just the entire slate. Did the road teams score more than the home teams? Was there, like, for today, I'm going to see, let's see what the Grand Salami is today. If they have it. Yeah, they have it. Home teams are minus 205 today, and the Grand Salami is 77.5 for 12 games. So basically, if you think the overall in the entire slate, the home teams score more than the road teams, you lay minus 205. And if you think that there's a lot of goals scored tonight, like if you like a ton of overs, over 77.5 Grand Salami, it's not a bad look. If you like a lot of unders, under 77.5, I mean, it's just something interesting to look at. I don't personally bet it that often. I remember I did it a couple years ago. But with that being said, I mean, yeah, I mean, I would probably lean Grand Salami under today, 77.5 if I had to bet it. Markel, hello. Red Wings as a fade, but damn, Blues suck. Yeah, it's why I'm kind of not interested in the side in that game at all. The analogy is funny, but I agree. Lakers were money line never in doubt. Yeah, Grand Salami is a tasty sandwich. I mean, it is a good sandwich too as well. Can't go wrong with a little sandwich there. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the actual sandwich. Yeah. Don't know why people was on the Wizards. I was on the Wizards yesterday because I thought the line was a little bit too big. I mean, Denver's been very lackluster since clinching their playoff spot, and I thought that was an opportunity for Washington to at least cover 7 at home. I took a home dog. That was my problem. But we'll move on here. The Seattle Kraken are at the Nashville Predators. The Kraken are $1.25 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the matchup here. By the way, these two teams play today, and I believe they play Saturday in a back-to-back. I believe both of the games are in Nashville. This line opened up at Nashville minus 110, and it's actually moved to Nashville plus 115. So it's moved 25 cents in the wrong direction. But actually, that was the initial line yesterday. Just everybody pounding the Kraken, it looks like. This actually did get up to plus 125, and buyback on the Kraken, or buyback on the Preds did take place. I grabbed the Preds at plus 115 in this game. I think the wrong team may be favored in this spot, and I get it. The Preds have struggled a little bit as of late, but I still don't trust this goaltending for whoever it is in net for the Kraken. The Kraken's defensive numbers are not very great. 3.49 expected goals against the last 10, and you're putting in someone like Martin Jones or Philip Grubauer, who both had a bad year, or could be Joey Decord as well. I'm just not a fan of any of the goaltending the Seattle Kraken have, and I see the Nashville Predators being able to get to the Kraken today a little bit. So I'm on the Preds here at plus 115. Good morning, Tim. Welcome to the Earle Sports Bet Show.
Hello. I'm here. Don't worry. The party has arrived. And unfortunately, I did not bring a Grand Salami with me. But sorry, where did you leave off in the thing?
Bang, that comment.
Boom. Just came in, and I'm assuming your brother doesn't like NBA. Nope, I'm here. NHL has a lot of games for damn. Yeah, it does. Need 2 strong unders.
For the NHL, or, I mean, I like the under in Carolina. I like the under in Boston. I like the under in Florida. There's a few unders I like.
There you go. Morning, Tim. Good morning, Crystal. I answered your question. I'm also assuming Sparty Party. Yes, sir.
There you go. Go green, go white.
Were you speeding again? You're damn right. No, I don't speed.
Always. People don't speed.
We'll head to the next game. We'll look at the Stars and the Flightless Birds. Minus 155 favorites are the Stars. 6.5 is your total. Go ahead.
Yeah, I really don't have too much of an interest in this game. This line was not available. Actually, it was available to me yesterday, but I had no interest in betting it. This line's actually dropped a little bit. This line opened up at minus 154 yesterday afternoon. It got taken off the books when they were playing. It came back at minus 158, and since then it's dropped 15 cents towards Pittsburgh. So people betting Pittsburgh after last night, their win over Colorado. This line opened up at over 6.5 minus 108. It's now over 6.5 minus 103. So it's dropped 5 cents towards the under in this game. And looking at this spot here for me, I have this game projected. It was Yari yesterday, I believe, and DeSmith is currently hurt. So it may be Yari on a back-to-back. Let me see if they have any news on this matchup here. As for goaltending-wise, it could be Yari on a back-to-back, or DeSmith could be back today. It looks like DeSmith will be back in net today. He was hurt yesterday. He wasn't available yesterday, I believe. I have no interest in this game. DeSmith has actually been, sadly, the better of the two goaltenders, but for the Pittsburgh Penguins, which both of them have not been very good. That's why I'm surprised they limited to what do you call it? The Avs to freaking 2 goals last night. I would have not have predicted that. I guess I would lean Pittsburgh in this game if I had to get to anything in this one. But I don't trust the Pens on the second half of a back-to-back. So this is just a simple pass for me. Probably to troll Mel. I'll throw $5 on the Penguins just to say I'm betting the Penguins every game for the rest of the season because she says stay off her Pens, and every single time I bet them, they lose. So I might sacrifice the $5 to see them lose. Other than that, it's probably a pass for me.
There you go. By the way, Nick, did you bet anything in the NBA yet?
I'm looking at one play in the NBA.
I just put up 2 plays that I like today. Hopefully I'm not against it.
And if you are, I have no problem taking a day off of the NBA.
Morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Nope, you are on one of the play. You are on the play I was looking at, so I am going to lock that in.
Cool. I know what it is. Good morning, fellas. Good morning. I need a strong dog in the NHL.
Dog in the NHL. I like the Nashville Predators. I like the Preds today. Let's see if there's any others that jumped off the page to me. Not really. Not really any others jumped off the page to me. Just the Preds. Maybe the Penguins. Would probably be my second option, but no.
There you go. Morning. Any playoffs today? Yes, there is. I just sent you the card for it. I've been blindly just betting all the dogs. To cover and to win outright, and they've been making me a bunch of money, so I'm going to continue to do that. Stars money line, Stars race to 2. Kind of like
I could definitely see the Stars. Yeah.
Don't trust the Pens in general. That's fair. Let's keep on rolling, Nick. You got 3 more games to talk about: the Vegas Golden Knights and the Calgary Flames. Flames minus 135 with a total of 6 in this game. Go ahead.
I know exactly what people are going to think in this game. I mean, it's free money at the sports books. Vegas Golden Knights, they're 9-2 in their last 11 games, and they're plus money. Ooh. But let's take a look at where this line has moved and all that here. This game opened up at a minus 145 for the Flames. It got down to, it's now down to 136, but it actually went down to minus 130 at one point. That's when I grabbed the line, and it's now up to a minus 136. This line opened up at over 6.5 at plus 104, and it's actually dropped to a 6, which is kind of confusing because I do like both the side and the total in this one. I gave out the total in a free pick last night. I did take the over 6.5 in this game. I'm mad that it dropped to 6, but I'm okay with this because I have this game projected 4.01 to 3.10 in favor of the Calgary Flames. So I have the Flames around on $1.90 favorites in this game. 7.11 projected goals. And when you look at it here, the defensive metrics for Vegas currently suck. This team has given up 3.32, 3.93, 3.84, 4.92 in their last 4 games. This is a team averaging 3.63 expected goals against the last 10 games. And that's actually being generous because what I did with that, because it was higher, but I look at the last 10 games with my advanced numbers like that, and I took out the 10th game. I only took the last 9 for the Vegas Golden Knights, trying to be generous because they gave up 10 games ago 7.06 expected goals against the New Jersey Devils and still won that game. But this number should be higher for expected goals against. That's just in the last 9 games. If you included the last 8, I think it was up to 3.85. So this team defensively has sucked as of late. So I did grab the over 6.5. Mad that it dropped down to a 6. Maybe that's I don't know why they would, but I also got the Calgary Flames at $1.30 yesterday. I got the Flames at the absolute tip of the line there. So I got the Flames here at $1.30, and I got the over 6.5 in this spot.
There you go. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I wonder what's that play. Oh, the
one
NBA one? I was right. I knew exactly which one Nick would pick.
Yep.
Do you think the Razorbacks win outright? No. I think UCLA by double digits. Not UCLA by double digits.
UConn takes
UConn
the
by double
favorite.
digits. UCLA under. I'm going to say no. I think Gonzaga is going to put up a bunch of points on them. Flames, yes. VGK doesn't need this win or goals. You like the over the total. That's fair. Over in Florida and Toronto. Blues money line and the over. Wild and the under. Predators and the under.
Yes. I don't like that Florida look. I think that game goes under. Or at very worst, it's a push at 7.
That's fair. Let's head to the next game. The fake Jets are minus 235 against the Anaheim Quack Attack. 6 is your total. Fire away in this one.
Yeah, seeing Winnipeg as $1.35 road favorite is kind of interesting here because I don't think that they've really proven that. But actually looking at my numbers, it's about right. I have this game projected 3.48 to 2.28, so I see them as minus 220 favorites in this game. Total 5.76 is my projected goal for total for this one here. Let's take a look where the line has moved in this one. It opened up at minus 185 for Winnipeg, and it's jumped. Holy crap. This line has jumped 48 cents to minus 233. Nothing but Winnipeg money has come in on this. The line opened up at over 6 at minus 115. It is still at that 6 number there. I lean under in this game, and I mean, if this was minus 185, I would probably take the Winnipeg Jets minus 1 in this game, but at minus 235, I've been priced out of this game. This is a pretty simple pass for me.
There you go. Don't have to bet everything. I like the under in Carolina. Yes, but the Carolina like to do the opposite of what I pick. They're your kryptonite team. That's fair. Woo Pig money line. No. In regards to the NHL standings and playoffs, fake Jets, Stacy's stepmom also has it going on. No. Just no. The Quack Attack, but I like the under. Jets under. A lot of people on the under. That's fair. Final NHL game of the day, and boy, do we have a banger to end the night. The San Jose Sharks. Unfortunately, we can't use that.
We can't play the clip. We got copyrighted for it.
Yeah. Against the Vancouver Canucks. Minus 165 for the Canucks. 6.5 is your total. Fire away.
Well, I know if we were talking to Pimp Slap Play of the Day, he would be saying definitely Vancouver's the look here because Vegas is also playing today, and San Jose doesn't win when Vegas plays. The line opened up at minus 152. It's moved up 11 cents towards the Canucks at minus 163. This line opened up at minus 120 to the over 6.5. It's now at minus 133. Looking at this spot for me, I have this game projected 3.7 to 3.13. So I lean over in this game. I think that this game could be a little bit of an over. The only thing is this Canucks team all of a sudden is playing a little bit more under hockey. They went over against the Vegas Golden Knights the other day, but Vegas's defensive numbers have been really weak as of late. But when you look at this Canucks team, all of a sudden, they've gone under in 3 of their last 4 games. They went 2-1 against Anaheim, 3-2 against LA, and 3-2 against Arizona. So all of a sudden, this automatic over team in the Vancouver Canucks is playing some unders. So this is a stay off for me. I lean Canucks if I had to bet this game. Canucks minus 1, but pass on this one for me.
Pass to end the NHL card. By the way, I did not bet anything in the NHL today. I didn't even look at it. Let me do a quick swipe through to see what I like. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the Boston Bruins money line. We're going to pair it up with the Washington Capitals money line and the Jets money line and throw that all in the garbage and take – No, I'm kidding.
But actually, a little bit of news here for people who are looking to back the Washington Capitals. This could be an interesting fade the injury report spot. John Carlson's expected back for the Washington Capitals for the first time in 36 games. Blackhawks team total over may make my card. I think I may attack the over in that game as well.
I like it. It's been a while. Yes, it has, Steve. Or Ice X.
Yes.
Canucks money line.
Canucks.
Money line. Almost hit the jackpot yesterday. Yotes money line, Keller, and McDavid anytime goal scorer will settle for the anytime goal scorer parlay. There you go. But you didn't you teams playing for nothing will go over? Maybe.
Yeah, but all of a sudden,
draw.
Yeah,
I can see it.
It's also Vancouver's a different situation because they just switched coaches, and all of a sudden they're playing more unders. Rick Tockett's more of an underhead coach than he is an overhead coach.
Fair enough. I'm going Carlson, Peterson, and Kuzmenko.
Kuzmenko.
That's close enough. Blackhawks over. Sounds good. All right, Nick, let's head to the association for a couple of games.
Yeah, I put this game first because this is the only game I'm looking to make a play on, and this may be the only game I'm going to talk about on the show because I have to head to class in a few minutes. Okay. But the Cleveland Cavaliers are 4-point favorites against the Brooklyn Nets. The total is 219 in this game. Let me grab the line movements here. Got to switch from the NHL to the no betting allowed. This line opened up at -4.5 for Cleveland, and it's actually dropped down to a 4. So this line's moved a half point in the direction of Brooklyn, even though it looks like some money's coming in on Cleveland. Interesting. The line opened up at 220. It's now down to a 219. I had this game at a -0.5 for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I have this game at a 219. I had this game at a pick 'em in this spot, so I did grab 4 points with the Brooklyn Nets in this spot. Also, these two teams just played the other day, and Cleveland won and covered. So maybe a little bit of short-term revenge here as well for the Nets. Everybody liking the Cavs. The line's dropping, even though people are betting the Cavs. I think this is a game where maybe not only the Nets cover the 4, but they win outright. So I wouldn't talk anybody off the Nets money line in this game as well. But yeah, looking towards the Brooklyn Nets here for this spot for me.
Yeah, I'm on Brooklyn too. And it's just primarily off of you just saw these two teams play. And even though it finished a 6-point game, that game was a blowout. Let's not let that deceive you. It was a blowout. The only reason why it looked close was Brooklyn won by 10 in the fourth quarter. It was not close at all. And this is I think this is a spot where Brooklyn comes back and gets the job done here. Both teams still trying to work their way through playoff seedings. And you get Brooklyn at home. I believe the last game in Brooklyn. It was in Brooklyn last time.
Yeah.
It's in Brooklyn again. I still like Brooklyn in this one. Give me the Nets. I grabbed the +4. I didn't mess with money lines today.
Fair. And also a little bit of news before I head on out for today for today's show in the NHL. It's going to be Marc-Andre Fleury in net for the Minnesota Wild, not Gustafsson. I'm probably going to lay off that game now.
Fair enough. Bye, Nick. Who has the username Fade IceX of IceX is Steve? I have no clue. I don't know why, but Canadiens Bruins screams draw since I took the Canadiens money line. That's fair. Nets making moves for postseason. Yep. You like the Cavs? I don't. Under reverse line movement. I could see the under there. That's fine. Looking at OKC +4.5. I don't hate it. Rematch today. There you go. They went over last game. I'm going under this game. You get it. Knicks bounce back today. Nope. Rise above with no PG either. Exactly. You know what? I might end up grabbing OKC as well, but we'll go to this game, which is the New York Knicks and the Orlando Magic. And the Knicks are 3.5-point road favorites on a second leg of a back-to-back. 228.5 for the total. And I'm going after one of the best covering teams in the NBA. Well, actually, both of these two teams are really good covering, but I'm going after Orlando. I'm taking them plus the 3.5. I think they have a shot to win this one outright. The Knicks on a second leg of a back-to-back. I don't think it's a good spot for them when it comes to that. And this Orlando team, if I'm going to back them, it's going to be at home. They are a lot better at home than on the road, especially when getting points. So I'll take the Orlando Magic plus the 3.5 for that one. for sure. But F my life, I may go Clips money line. Don't do it. Magic, yes, Magic. Knicks, no, I do not like the Knicks today. Hornets and the Pelicans is the next one, and I really have no interest in this one. The Pelicans are 8.5-point favorites. 225.5 is the total. These are two teams that are, Charlotte's already been eliminated from the playoffs, and I believe, where's New Orleans sitting? New Orleans is sitting in the 12th spot right now, and they're a half game back of the play-in. So they still have a chance at the play-in and stuff, but I'm not laying 8.5 points on them. I don't do that with a lot of teams, and I'm not doing that with New Orleans. This one's a complete stay away. I'm not really too big of a fan of this game. Back to the chat. So Mark Cuban is going to protest, huh? Surely he knows I had fat units on the Mavs money line. He said, I'm going to get my bet back 100%, right? No. Over. I could see the over in that game. Let's head to the final game of the night, and I don't want to say that I'm going to end up betting this one too. Oklahoma City is against the Clippers. The Clippers are 4-point favorites. 232 is the total, and I'm going to go ahead and jump on the Thunder in this one. So we're grabbing 3 dogs today. I can honestly see all 4 dogs covered today. But with it, I'm not high on this Clippers team. This is a Clippers team that's not looked well. And right back in it is Oklahoma City. After struggling for a little bit, they've won 8 out of their last 10. They did just beat this Thunder team, this Clippers team in LA. It's another game in LA. I don't care. I think they can do it again. Go ahead, give me the Thunder in this one. I heard no Paul George. I think the Thunder are just gonna. They're finally kind of showing up again. They are, I believe, in a play-in spot. They're in the 8th seed right now, and they're 2 games back of an actual playoff spot. So this is a Thunder team that's been playing really well against a Clippers team that they're trying to catch. So go ahead, give me the Thunder in that one. Warriors going to start winning a few games, winning a few of these road games. They can't lose them all. Yep, they can't anymore. You're right. MSU, yes. UConn, yes. Under an FAU spread. No FAU. Tennessee. Gonzaga over. Yes. I clicked way off. I swear these games are, they're not good games today. OKC, yes. Sweet. There you go. That isn't funny. Clippers line is too low. Doesn't make sense. They just lost to him last game, so it does make sense to me. Clippers in trouble with no PG. That's a spread. Oh. Well, he's out for a little bit now. Yikes. Yo. Probably wasn't a good night for you. Warriors got a free bucket. Now I'm homeless. My dog ran away. My girl left me, and my parents won't call me. That's rough, dude. That's rough. Sixers won by exactly 15. Yeesh. Friday, Princeton, no. Texas, yes. Under in the Aztecs, yes. And Alabama, no. The CBA is back, right? Where are the winners? It was cool. Tennessee, Woo Pigs, and Bama to advance. Tennessee, yes. The other 2, no. That is everything for today's slate. We'll go ahead and pay some bills before we head on out. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks, and Parleys, premium plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EuroSportsBets.com website. All linked down below. Check out Ballin Out on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel, along with SeatGeek. ESP at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. Recap for me. 3 dogs, Nets, Magic, and Thunder for me in the NBA. Go back to the chat for just a second. You called them winning by 15. Nice. I got you, Untouchable. Let's get it. Keep in mind, 7 days until opening day. Yes, sir. MLB. Yes, I'm excited for MLB. 100%. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I want to thank you guys all for watching, and we'll see you guys maybe tonight for a MLB show or a couple MLB shows. So We'll see you guys then. Do you still have any NCAA futures alive? Texas and Gonzaga. I have both of them still alive. We'll see you guys tonight.